Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to Union Cross. So on my free-to-play account, I got a score of 5 million with 35%. I'm going to show you guys how to do that, but also I want to show you guys exactly what I did to get there and all my thought process. So first off, Trickmaster doesn't restore HP. The Behemoth does not restore HP, but the Dark Side does restore HP, and that's where my testing kind of went. And I'm going to show you how I got to that 5 million. Now, this is the first setup I tried out. I was like, okay, I'm going to go with pure buffs, which with Sora EX and 2 copy medals, I get ×6 speed buff and -6 speed buff on the enemy. Kyrie 0.2 finishes that off to 7/7, and it gives me a ×6 strength buff, and then the rest is game. So I'm going to show you the first setup, what I did. 35%, friend medals, Axel EX. I don't get to use them because of how much damage I do with just Xion alone. Now Xion, because she has a skill where it says inflicts more damage the more gauges are full. Yes, I have 9 gauges on the Dark Knob, but that does not mean that I go to a multiplier of 8.42. What I end up going to, actually here, I'll show you guys. I'm going to activate this right now, and then I'm going to activate another sword, which is going to bring me to 7 gauges. So I don't know if it actually shows in the actual game itself. So we're at 8 now, 11.9. Let's drop that again. It's not going to show it here. I don't think so, because it just does the range. But what I'm trying to say is, yeah, it doesn't show. But when you actually use more SP, even though I don't have 10 SP, my final boss Xion is still going to do around a 4. Well, not the 11.91, but it's a 4.25. It's going to do around 3.9 or 4.0. It doesn't drop completely once you go down to 10 SP and lower. If I'm at 9 SP, I'm not going to drop down to its multiplier of 3.01. I'm going to drop between somewhere in the middle. So even though I don't have 10 SP, my Xion attack is still going to do a lot of damage. A multiplier is still going to be very, very, very high. So right here, guys, you're going to see 1,068,000 damage, which almost kills the Trickmaster. Brings it down pretty low. My HSC Xion does have extra attack. That does not matter for you guys. The one hit is good enough. Then we're going to finish off with a tap right here, and that's going to give me that score of 4,755,000. Now, I did that test, and I was like, okay, that's good. 4,755,000. Now I brought in Zeldin B, because Zeldin B, its multiplier is higher. It doesn't have the general defense down. That doesn't really matter. But the problem with using the Zeldin B is that if I do this, I got to put back in my Xion for percentage. So I'm going to end up doing this. Now that takes away 2 speed up for us and 2 speed down for the enemy, which lowers our score because of what it is. It does almost the same thing. It's like barely noticeable. But I was figuring, okay, well, the multiplier is going to be a 4.71 as a tier 6 still, because we are using HD Xion. So it is still a very high multiplier, but you guys are going to see what's going to happen right now. So I'm going to, again, go for the buffs here. We're going to go for 2 up, 2 down. Do it again one more time. And now instead, we're going to get general defense down by ×2. So after we do this, we're only going to have ×5 speed and ×5 speed down for the enemy. And now Zeldin B's attack is going to do a total. We did 1,068,000, and this one's 1,063,000. So we're going to activate again and try to kill this guy. It's not going to kill him just like the other one. We are going to use we're going to use a tap here and another tap, and that should finish it off just like the other one, and we end up with a score of 4,755. So it didn't really matter that I used Zeldin B over Final Form Xion, because I did lose the buffs anyways. So those two were exactly the same. I was fooling around with that, adding more medals with different multipliers, and then I was like, okay, let's go to the speed route. So I went and I used the Dark Knot again. This time I used Psych Speed again. 9 SP, I know it's below the threshold of 10, but it doesn't drop down to 4.36. That's what I was trying to explain. It's going to go from 6.41 down to 6, down to 5, and then eventually at like 5 SP, it's going to go to 4.36 or 6 SP, somewhere around there. But I did a video where I showed you guys with the Organization 13 event for Axel. I showcased, I have a video for that where I put him in the first slot, second slot, third slot, fourth slot. Each one had different damage. First one being the most to the fourth one being the least. So it doesn't go from 6.4 to 4.36. Just take that consideration. Now, I was okay, let's go face the speed route because this multiplier is much higher. So I went for the speed route. Again, same idea here. It's just that with the speed route, we can't really kill him because he's got so much HP and we had to survive. So I had to put in the Tyree there instead of pure copy metals because I needed my SP to come back. Especially how heavy costing this Keyblade is. With only having 9 SP, it's very, very poor. I could put one of these metals with an APP and then do that instead, and that'll turn out just as good and possibly like my any metal that raises speed or power. Sorry, power, because we are using the power. Any metal that raises power, we're eventually going to get some score out of that, and we're also going to get APP off that metal. So a metal that says 2 power up or 2 power down, throw an APP on there. We're going to restore APP, our RSP, and then we're going to do some more buffs for our main damage dealer, which is the SmellyOctopus being copied by HD Shion. So anyways, this fight right here, he regenerates his health. And that was very interesting because I thought they took that out, which they kind of did. He does this move, but at 30% HP. I need Defense Boost 4 or Second Chance to activate to survive this, but the whole thing is at 30% HP, so around 30 to 40 HP bars, he will restore some HP. And that's when you want to kill him, because if we all know, health regeneration does increase our score. So I don't know if it has anything to do with the actual HP restore there, that him restoring his little bit of HP actually gets us a bigger score. I think it's more of that he's got more HP in general that is giving us a better score, but I am going to fool around with the HP generation. So we're going to try to do this again. I'm going to try to survive. I need Defense Boost 4 to activate this turn, and then Second Chance to activate next turn to be able to complete this. This takes 3 turns with this setup. So we're going to drop him down to those 40 HP bars or below to restore his HP. That's why I'm going full out here. SmellyOctopus has a huge multiplier, so we're going to get tons of score here because of that score bonus. Now again, I don't know if it's because of his multiplier compared to my final boss Shion, or so on and so on, because I'm going to show you another test how I got 5 million. I just want to show you what I did for this. So he's going to hit us, hopefully Defense Boost 4. Defense Boost 4 goes off. We are at half HP. That's why you don't hear the pew, pew, pew of us almost dying, the red screen. So we're going to go for this. Now we just got to rely on another Defense Boost 4 or Second Chance 2 to activate, and we're going to be golden. Because right now, our Shion is going to do a ton of damage all the way down to like 60 HP bars, and then using her again, it's going to bring us down to the like, okay, round right here is where he's going to start regenerating. So 38, 40 or below, he starts regenerating his HP. But if you guys remember my old video, not old, that old, but our last high score challenge where we restored the Trickmaster, if we kill this guy in one shot, it should give us more score compared to multiple hits. So I need Second Chance to go off here, please. Of course it doesn't, but if we kill all that HP, we should get a bonus score. I'm going to do this again and come back and try to survive and then finish them off with you guys, and we'll continue the video from there and I'll talk about it more. But for now, let me just try to get us into the actual fight, ending that fight. Alright, here's hoping that Second Chance 2 or Defense Boost 4 activates. Hopefully it does, because Second Chance already activated. Defense Boost 4. Alright, we're going to finish him off now. Now we're going to go full out, just like we've been doing every turn anyways. And we're going to try to kill him. Not try to kill him, but because we're using a multi-hit metal, like my old video on the last high score challenge at Trickmaster, if you get him to a certain HP and then you get him to regenerate HP and then kill him in one shot, you'll get a bonus score. But if you use a multiple hit metal, right here you can see those hits didn't give me any bonus score. So yes, we got more score than we did for the last one you're about to see. For the last fight, we got 4755. For the Dark Side fight with the SmellyOctopus, we got 4801. So there was an increased score. I wasn't sure it was because of the HP regeneration, but then I was like, okay, SmellyOctopus has a high multiplier, but he's got multiple hits. So when he regenerates HP, if the regenerate HP does give us bonus score, then a single hit metal would do better. So I decided I'm not going to use this setup right here because, what do you call it? This setup right here, because Dark Gnaw, I am going to switch this around real quick, and then, sorry, I did that wrong. I'm going to put this into here. I got to take it out over here. That's why I did that. All right. So I could go with the Dark Gnaw and did that setup I had before, and this would work out too if you guys don't have Divine Rose. So I was like, I can do this, or I can just end up using the Divine Rose because final boss Xion is a tier 6, so I don't need HD Xion to be able to do this full hit. And I can actually give myself a better buff. But this is what you guys would want to see, is go in with this. But now the problem is there's only 9 SP, and this is going to cost a lot of SP. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go for the Divine Rose because I can't use Tyree for full buffs. So I decided to go in there because final boss Xion is a single hit metal, and I wanted to survive. Now my HD Xion has extra attack on it, so I am going to get full buffs here, 777, not general defense down, just everything else. So on the friend slot, I put myself in HPO, so I can survive his hits, so I can test this out. Now, I went into this fight, and I did this exactly, but I did not fully kill him in one shot after he regenerated his HP, because I didn't count it, and I just kept on hitting him with all I had. Now, this could be because of a 5 million score compared to what you guys just saw with SmellyOctopus. Could be because of all the buffs and debuffs I'm throwing in there. I have perfect buffs and debuffs except for general defense down, because it's not needed. It's just for a faster kill. So, right here, you guys are going to see that this is going to do a ton of damage. Final boss Xion, huge amount of damage. Not as much as all the SmellyOctopus being activated, but pretty good. Actually, I think it's about the same or more. So anyways, I'm not going to activate Axel here to preserve SP. We are going to have our double HPO, so we should survive a couple hits. The defense boost 2 activated. I'm at 3,492 HP. We're going to activate again everything we got, but we're not going to kill him. The whole trick here is to count what he's got. Now, again, the first time I did this, I didn't try to do this what I'm going to do right now, where I'm going to try to kill him with one big hit before his bonus score stops connecting. Before, I just killed him with this setup, and I got the score of 5 million. So, right here, this is going to drop him to a danger zone, which, not danger, like 40 where he starts restoring, but we are closer to the point where we can start killing him. Now, we went from 140 something to 83, so we got to take in consideration we did 60 bars of HP. We're not going to kill him by doing the same full setup again, but just in case your setup somehow is a little bit stronger when it comes to this kind of style. So, again, full rotation I'm going to do. Now, this is where he's going to start regenerating his HP. We don't have to rely on defense boost 4, and we don't have to rely on second chance until that attack comes. So even if that attack somehow wipes out all our buffs, I don't know if it does, correct me if I'm wrong, but if it wipes out our buffs, we will get killed, so second chance might be needed, it might not be needed, who knows. I need some more testing on that. I've only been playing for like 40 minutes. So right here, this puts him into the place where he's going to regenerate HP. Anything below 40 HP bars is going to make him happen. 45 because he actually has 5 squares, but you guys know what I mean. So right here, we got him down. He only has truly 11 bars of HP, so there's 22 bars of HP on him that are fake. So that means that we can only drop this down to around 23, 24. So I can't do too much damage because I want to kill him in one shot. So I'm going to lower this and try to see if I can get it to a good point. Now that's going to take me a couple turns. That's alright. I'm going to buff here. I haven't tested this yet. This is new with you guys. But I'm going to buff here, tap here. I'm not going to activate my HD Xion. I'm going to tap here. Okay, that does about 36,000. So we are going to do a couple taps until we get him around the point of 25 HP, plus 25. Because when we hit him, like I told you guys before, you see how a bonus score goes in there? Once that stops happening, meaning there's no more score to get. So I'm going to go on the whole fact of what I did before with the Trick Master. Again, I don't know if Regenerate HP actually gives him more HP, or it's just because he has more HP bars compared to the Trick Master during this high score challenge. That one only had 70 something HP bars, he had 210. So that might be where all the extra damage is coming from. But again, we know that he had 11 bars of HP left, so 22 bars were fake, and that's why I'm trying to bring him down to around 25. So around here is where I should stop doing this, and next turn, hopefully... Ooh, that's around the danger zone already. This attack should still give us bonus score. When you guys stop seeing bonus score is when you screwed up. Let me do that again. And then I'm going to swipe with this just to be safe. Just not to do too much damage. Okay, so he doesn't regenerate HP again, which makes a lot of sense. We died here because he did take away the buff, so second chance to activate. We're going to kill him this turn. So I'm going to go full force here. Hopefully we continue getting bonus score. We are still getting +1s, +2. That means we're not at the fake HP yet. But our final boss Xion has to kill this in one shot if my theory is right. So let's go for this again. Let's wipe this. Use nominate. Bigger hit. Bonus score still there. Kyrie. Bonus score still happening. And let's see. 2 scores have to go in right now. 2 of them. There's 1 and there's 2. All right. So the health regeneration did give me more score. It does work. If you guys want a better explanation about this, go check out my high score challenge video way back when we were doing, I believe, SP Sora. The one with the big Trickmaster raid boss, just like this. It was 1 boss and that's it. But there you go. With a score of 35%, I got 5,171,000. So hopefully with a little bit more percent, if you guys have like a final boss Xion, 2 copies, and you have a frame metal 21%, you might be able to get that 6 million, or you might need your own 21% metal with a 14% metal. I'm not sure yet, but hopefully this helps you guys out. I'm going to do my full buffs here, end this off, and this is going to be my high score. So I'll be the first one to do this for anybody who doesn't know this yet. We're not going to use another one of those. We're going to use 2 0.2 Kyries and end this with final boss Xion, and that's going to be my final score for now until I figure out some more. So right here, guys, there you go. 5,194,368. So Dark Side turned out to be the best route at the moment from what test I have done. This is going to be my first one. I'm going to do this on my main account because I do have Axel EX. I'm going to try to do with what, 42%? So an extra 7%. I don't have final boss Xion on that account, which if I did, I'd probably be in top 1,000 right now, but oh well. There you go. 3,102,000. Again, you guys go to rankings and you can check everyone's equipment, what they used, exactly what they used. So right here, Comtra, right there, this is what he used. He used a percentage metal. He's got 14% there, another 14%, and so he's got more percentage than me, but he's in the same area I am. So if you're watching this, you know what to do now to get a better percentage. But yeah, there you go, guys. I'm sitting beside everyone who probably has more percentage than me. There's a 14. There's a 14 with Lingering Will. They got more percentage than me. They got 49%. I have 35, and I'm in the same place as everybody here just because of this little trick that everybody should know by now, especially because of how many people posted out videos, especially the last video I posted out to show you guys. So there you go. Hopefully this helped you out. Let me know in the comment section. But that's all I got for now. As always, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.